Hello everybody and welcome back to Shay's Hobby Doc Bay again. Okay, this is another picture stories video. It's been a while, I know. I cannot seem to make enough of these and keep them up in stock to continuously having them, which is what I want to do. I just can't seem to do that. Okay, so today, hopefully this won't take too long and make too long of a video. Definitely, hopefully just one video. But this is a old picture album. I bought this picture album when I was a teenager, and I had my own first camera, kinda. And no, it really wasn't my first camera, but I had it was kind of considered a toy camera. It was for kids, but it really made real pictures. It was a little bitty black thing that looked like a camera. You know, that it was a camera, but I mean, I don't know any other way to describe it. We lived on Bowie. I was a little bitty girl. Mama, do you remember that camera? Becky, do you remember it? Anyway, but so that was like, it was kind of a toy for kids, a toy camera for kids, but it did make real pictures. And I, you know, I loved that. Okay, but then later as a teenager, I really had a real camera. More real, you know, an adult real camera. It was one of the 35, no, it wasn't 35 millimeter. It was what were they called, 410? It was that film that you put in. It was kind of long and it had a round thing at each end of it, and you put it in there and you closed the camera, and then you took pictures, and of course you had to send off at Walmart or wherever. Back then we didn't have a Walmart, I don't think. Anyway, to get them developed and stuff. So I got several of these, 3, 4, 5. I can't remember just how many, but it was different pictures on each, and it's little picture albums to put pictures in, and I always put all my pictures in there. So I'm going to I want to show you this whole video, this whole album. It's filled up with all pictures of all these pictures in here and describe it to you. But I am going to try to keep a watch on it, and if it's getting too long, then I may cut it half and half or something and do the other half on another video. Now, in the first flap cover here, it's not really 4 pictures in here, but I've stuck pictures in here, and I've got 4 in here, so they're overlapping. Let me fix them, or you won't be able to see them all. Okay, I'm going to do this number here. This number here. Okay. Alright. So, on this side, this is inside the flap cover. So this is a picture of a little boy that I babysat when I was a teenager, and his name was Charlie. So this was my mom and dad's trailer, and where I lived at home with them. That's our living room, and that's a rocking chair. It used to be my Aunt Jackie's, which is my mom's sister. And somehow Mama, I think she ended up, we had a water bed. Mama and Daddy had got it for themselves, but then Daddy ended up not liking the water bed too much. And my family was always doing the trading bedroom type thing. So, Mama and Daddy traded their bedroom with me and took my bedroom, because Daddy didn't want the water bed anymore, okay? But he didn't want to take the water bed down and take it apart and get another regular bed up. So they asked me if I wanted the water bed, and I said, sure, yeah, I'd love to have the water bed. So they traded bedrooms with me, and I had the water bed. I had the master bedroom with the bathroom in it. That was so cool. And I had a big, I can't remember if it was king size or queen size water bed, but man, I loved it. I was in hog heaven. And they took my bedroom at the other end of the trailer, but you know, the bathroom there, it was out there in the hall beside the bedroom. It wasn't in the bedroom anymore, and so they had a regular bed again. But then later, I said all this to say this, way later on, after me having the water bed for a while, I don't know why, I didn't like it at first, but then I ended up loving the rocking chairs and the couch. But my mama traded my waterbed to my Aunt Jackie for her 2 rocking chairs and couch. I was a little upset at first because I liked my waterbed. But anyway, so that's one of the rocking chairs. The rocking chairs was a set of 2 just alike. And the couch is right here. I think it's got like a sheet on it there. But you'll see the couch better later. So I loved the rocking chairs. And I don't know what happened to them. Mama, what did you ever do with those rocking chairs? I'd love to have those. You know, I don't have a rocking chair here at all. I'd love to have a rocking chair. And I'd love to have those back. Those were some cool, I thought they were some cool rocking chairs. Now I know they're probably going to look old-timey to y'all, but I loved them. So anyway, but that's Charlie. Okay, and I was always taking pictures of them. Now they're brothers. This is Eddie. So this is the older one. I think he was 5 or 6 years old, and Charlie was 2 or 3. He was big looking for his age. He looked older than what he really was. But this is Eddie. So that's their pictures, and I took them both in the chair. Then that's the couch, y'all. There's the couch. It has a scene on it. See? And that's both of them sitting there together on the couch. And then this here, this is, okay, hang on a minute. Let me get back up here. This is, there's my fingers. This is me in my cool dude sunshades and my side ponytail. I thought I was cool. And then that's, let me get my finger right. Where's my fingers? Right here. That's my oldest sister, Charlotte, who is Wyoming Nene here on YouTube. Well, she don't make videos anymore, but she used to. But anyway, that's her. That's their gas station. Her and her husband owns that gas station. And they work there, and sometimes I work there too. And that was a bench right outside beside it that we was sitting on taking a picture. So that was when I'm gonna say I was either 17 or 18, and I got married when I was 18. Somewhere around there. I didn't meet Albert either till I was 18, that same year. So I met him after I turned 18, and we got married in March of the next year. And I turned 18 September the 21st. So you add that up, that wasn't very long. So anyways, that's those. Now, on the other side, this is my mom right here. I wish I could do this right and hold it straight. That's my mom sitting on that couch. And that is Charlie right there running around and playing. Let me look just a minute. I don't know what he was doing exactly. But anyway, if you will notice on the wall behind the couch, over the couch, see that right there? That's a mirror. That's that mirror that I have over there. I know y'all seen it. Hanging up over there. Matter of fact, I'll do this right here. We'll have to get fixed back. We're probably going to have to make this 2 or 3 videos. Not this time, but different times. So that's the mirror right there. My mom had that mirror before I was born. I'm setting the camera back up, y'all. Hang on. And, you know, that I was born into the family and came along. So I grew up and was raised with that mirror. And I was always playing in that mirror. I was always getting onto the back of the couch and looking in the mirror and, you know, making weird faces as a little girl and all this kind of stuff. And at Easter time, I bought the little egg candies and I would get them wet in my mouth. And, you know, I've showed y'all that before. I would rub it on my lips and play like it was my lipstick when I was a little girl. And just, so I'm a very sentimental person. Sometimes it's very hard. I wished I wasn't. But I am. And I get attached to things. And I know it's not what you're really supposed to do. But anyway, I love that mirror because of that. And my mom you know, she don't have her own home anymore. She lives with my sister. She had once moved to Wyoming, lived with Charlotte, and they had to, which they took it up there in a big 18-wheeler with all of her other stuff, but I think, no they didn't. They left it in Charlotte's house in Mississippi. And anyway, she let me, I asked her if I could have the mirror, and she let me have it, so we went and picked it up. And that's it. Now, it's old, and it's got some of those bad spots in it where the mirror part of it is missing and all that, those black spots. But that's my mirror. I love it. I get really sentimental about things. So anyway, now there, is he asleep? Yeah. Okay. So Eddie was taking a nap there on the couch. And I snapped that picture of him. And then this is Charlie. Okay. This is some old pictures, y'all. Okay. So that's Charlie standing at the end of the couch there. Okay. If you will notice, look right here. Do y'all know who that is? Let me get it. In the middle of the screen. Charlotte, do you see who that is right there? He was trying to get out of the camera view, but he was just enough in it that it got him in there. This is, y'all know, Courtney, Court Kitch here on YouTube, also used to make videos and quit making them. This is her daddy. That's Joe, little Joe. Oh my goodness. So that's my nephew, in other words, my oldest sister's oldest child, son. Okay. So that's that one. Let's see, we're already 11 minutes and something in. Yeah. This is going to end up being 2 different videos at different times, because I don't want to make long videos and part 1 and part 2 and part 3 here now. So okay, this book, I think this book is filled with nothing but all the kids that I have babysat all through the years. So this now, okay, so I was keeping these boys when I got married. So I wanted to continue to keep them, so I talked to their mom about it, and she said yeah. So she started bringing them to me at my new home, which was our little apartment when me and Albert first got married. So this is in our apartment. It's the same boys, Charlie and Eddie, but they started coming, you know, she would bring them to me there, and I continued babysitting them when I first got married. So there's Eddie. I think at this point in time, I just had Eddie. And Charlie had already started going to preschool, kindergarten type thing. So I didn't have him, but I had Eddie. So that's what it was. So there is, and why in the world, I do not know. But the child is standing in front of the opened door of the bathroom, y'all. See the commode behind him? I don't know why I had him just stand there. But anyway, so that's Eddie standing there, and he had a little velvet shirt on, looks like. What I call velvet anyway. Okay, now that's like I said, the hallway where the bathroom is. Okay, now I got him in the living room sitting on a stool in front of my big shelf that Albert built me that I have all my little whatnots on. So there he is. And there's the stereo in the corner. Let's see, that one was Albert's stereo. I had a stereo too. And where did I put it? I must have put it in our bedroom or something. Because this is Albert's stereo. And that he had. Is my light dimmed? Yeah. So, but he put his speaker on the shelf too, and then I had all of my little whatnots on my shelf there that I had when I was at home, and then the beanbag is sitting there in front of the stereo. That was my beanbag I had at home too. Okay, now here is another one of Eddie. And Albert had this. I loved this. And I wonder what happened to him. What did we do that? I don't remember. But he had this statue of a tall Lassie dog. And I always used to love to watch Lassie. So I loved this statue, and we kept it sitting in the living room there. And so I had Eddie to take pictures with it, and he's also standing in front of my little bookcase that has my books and my horses on it. So, that I had. Okay, so there's Eddie, and there's the statue of Lassie. He's kind of like straddled behind it, you know, but it's sitting up tall, holding on to his ears there. And then you see the shelf with the books and horses behind him. And then you can see the stool over here in the corner that he was sitting on. So that's that. Okay, we're up to 15. I can probably only show you one more page of 3 pictures here. So we had, our apartment was 2 bedrooms. Albert had some weights, okay, and they were in that bedroom. Excuse me. And so I had Eddie to sit on them, sit on the bench of the weights, and I took a picture of him there. And then here is him outside at the fence. Now this here is behind our apartment. Now the way our apartment was, let me see if I got enough time. It was the building that the whole house was in, which was living room, kitchen, bathroom, and 2 bedrooms. Okay, we had a carport. So our carport, you drive up, it's attached to the house. There's a little building on the, so, yeah, I know I'm facing y'all, but so on my right is the house, the left is the carport, because there's a door coming out of the kitchen into the carport, okay. On the left of the carport was a small little building closed in where the washer and dryer was. But between that little building and our house was opened up, and you could walk past through there into the backyard. And this was our backyard. And there was a fence. And you see that building right there? That building was Bill's Dollar Store. And what we used to do, this end here, you could walk down all the way to the end by the building. The fence was kind of bent and broke down and bent over, and we could actually step over it. And that's how I would go to the store when I went there, because at the other end of this store, see, the front's up here of the store in the parking lot, so all the way down at the other end, you know, in the front, I'm going backwards, looks like, but it, so when you go, it looks funny though. Maybe I am doing it wrong. I don't know. But anyway, in the front, all the way down at the other end, was Piggly Wiggly, our grocery store. So when I needed to go to those stores, I just walked out and walked through to the back and walked over, stepped over the fence and walked around there. I didn't have to drive. So I thought that was cool too. But I had Eddie to go back there and stand by the fence, and I took a picture of him there. It's kind of dark there. Alright, we're on 18 minutes. Let me see if I can quickly get in another. So this is the door going into our kitchen. This is outside. What I mean, that's in our carport, but you see how it's lit up right here? That's the walkway through there to go into the backyard. Now, the picture actually of Eddie is dark. Okay, then this is our front door of that same apartment. So I had Eddie to sit there. I just took a bunch of pictures of him in different places doing different things. Okay, now this is another little boy that I used to keep. And this was before I got married. His name is Jerome. So I kept him. This is back in the trailer with Mom and Dad when I lived there before I got married. So this is him. I had him sitting. That's Daddy's chair. Was Daddy's chair. And he's sitting there with books looking at him. And he was a handsome little boy named Jerome. And so I kept him. Okay, we're at 19 something. I'm going to go ahead and stop here before I show y'all any more, and I'll just make a different video for another Saturday, and we'll just do that until, you know, I don't know why I thought I could show all of them in one video or whatever. I know. Anyway, so that's for this time. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and just look forward to some more upcoming every Saturday photo videos. Well, not every Saturday, probably every other, because I think I'm alternating with that in the question of the week. And you'll get to see all the other kids I used to babysit before I got married. Okay, and then I have babysat quite a few since I got married too. All through the years I've been a babysitter. Okay, out of here until next time. I'm done going toodaloo.